You say have fun. How is everyone this afternoon? I'm going to give it some time and get finished setting up. All right, cool. So I have my notes. They're very small, but I'm going to do this the traditional way. So, welcome to all of you who do not know me. My name is Nakia. Welcome to the Solopreneurs Academy YouTube channel. This is the only space that this platform is on besides the website. I'm going to be talking about something I want to talk about, and I think that's going to be very helpful to most of you. It just depends on where you are in your lifestyle, your business, personal and business. We're going to discuss how you can navigate through those aspects of your life, especially if you're struggling or you're kind of like at a standstill. So, this is the 4-step process that I use. I learned this process through experience. I had to go through a series of things to help me kind of navigate and decide how I want to approach particular problems in my life and in my business and make that a solution that I could share with others. So, let's set the intention of what the Solopreneurs Academy is all about and where I'm coming from with this. So I'm setting the intention, letting you know what my goal is. It's to inspire you, it's to educate you, and it's to empower you as a solo entrepreneur. A solo entrepreneur doesn't necessarily mean you're the only person that runs your entire business. It's levels to this, but meaning that you're the creator of it, and so you need to know all of the ins and outs of whatever it is that you do, so that you can be able to delegate certain things that you may not have time for, or you may not feel you have the strength to do. You may not have enough knowledge or something in that. So you have to know the ins and outs just enough so that you can delegate to others. So that's my goal. That's the intention. So because the Solopreneurs Academy is only on YouTube, you want to follow just this channel, because this is how I'm going to be kind of mentoring and coaching, is through this platform. So all videos, shorts, lives, I'll be doing a lot more lives than usual on this channel, because it's the easiest way for me to teach. Or to talk about what I want to talk about that I think would be helpful. So make sure you follow the channel. Follow the, you want to visit the community area of the YouTube channel. Let me see something really quick. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's there. So you do, because I was making sure that everything was organized on the YouTube channel. So I am going to be finishing up a video on that to help you kind of see how to navigate through it, because I share a lot of resources that I watch, like videos that I watch, PDFs and things like that that I use to kind of build what you're watching me on today. So make sure you check the community tab. I'm also going to be asking for some of you what type of content or what you want to learn, because I may not pull out something that you really want to know, and I might know it or know someone who does, and I can share it in the community tab. So I'm going to post something quite regularly asking if there's specific things that you want to know how to do. And if I can teach it to you, I will. If I know someone who can do it, I'll share it within that community. And then if it's more resources that you need, I have tons of PDFs that I'll be updating every month of resources that I use to be able to market on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Like, I've been through so many different online platforms. That I've gathered all of these resources, and now it's on my website in order to share with you guys. So anything you could possibly need in any niche, any career as a creator, it's there. even down to email marketing. Even though I don't do email marketing, I've used to. I don't do it now, but they can help you to be able to transition into a different form of marketing if you prefer email marketing, because there are some people who prefer that. They're just trying to find another way to get into it because they may have exhausted their resources or may not be as popular as it used to be. So I'm kind of speaking to a number of different people in this. So if you need more help, especially private mentorship, if you need help with that, you'll go to my website for that, and you could just sign up for a consultation or just become a member, and then we can agree to meet with your needs. So check out the website for that. But I have resources there, and because everyone is different and what they need is different, it's easier for me to pinpoint specifically for you instead of in a large group. So large groups, stay on YouTube. You need my help privately, go to the website. So let's get right into what I want to talk about is the 4-step process. So first thing is clarity. You want to know your why on whatever it is that you're doing. It doesn't matter how vain it is either, because some people are always worried about what other people think about their decision, and it's really you. You need to be thinking about what you think about your decision. So if it fights with each other, you got to know what your why is so you'll have clarity. Evaluate. How can you do it alone? Because the cycle of codependency is what we want to get out of. So figuring out from what you know and what you can find out or research or learn, can you do this alone? I'm going to talk about how you evaluate that and what decision you could possibly make that works for you. And then you want to unite yourself. You want to get in alignment. We're talking about you, not other people, because solo entrepreneur is a one-person thing. That doesn't mean you're not working with other people, but you as the leader have to be at a certain, you have to unite yourself. Otherwise, it's not going to work for you. And then that's when you create. So when you have clarity, when you can evaluate how you can do the thing alone or who can you add into it to help you through it, you unite your mind, your body, your soul into it, and then you create systems, routines, and automations. So that's the process that I use. So when you want to get clarity, I talked about this in a live workshop earlier in May, I believe. So again, check the channel. I'm talking about your talents specifically. And I mentioned about evaluating your desires, the things that you want to do, the things that you love to do, and then the things that you are grateful that you can do. Write those things down. You want to evaluate those things because that helps you decide if you need to go in a new direction when it comes to your career, your business, your job, whatever that may be that you're looking to make money from. Now, if you're looking to have multiple streams of income, that's a whole nother ball game. But if you know what your desires, your loves, and what you're grateful that you can do, you'll be able to decide on creating your own like label or name or career for yourself, and then learn how to make money from that. And where I come in is I'm helping you to take those aspects and actually create it online, because most people's attention is on their damn phones. So you go where the people are. So yeah. Now discovering your motivating force or motivational force. I think I have that written all weird, but applying the 7 whys technique. So if you follow me on my Beauty Cut Right channel, I talked a lot about this book, and there's quite a few, let's do this. There's quite a few videos of her. This is the first edition, but and this is the second edition. So I'll link these down in the description box so you can get these books. If you already have this one, it's chapter 3. It's the same page as the other edition. And she's talking about the 7 whys and about getting clarity on why you want to do something, change something, whatever it may be, learn something new. The 7 whys are very helpful. So I think I want to show it to you instead. Actually, no, that's not what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I'm going to show you the book. And when you get this book, because I'm going to link it down in the description box, I want you to go directly to chapter 3 after you've done your list of desires, loves, and grateful fors. And it's going to go through, because I don't want to give too much away, because I really want you guys to get the book, because I'm going to be using it a lot through the live courses. But in this edition, it's written on in the other one. And I don't want you guys to see it because it's my personal stuff, but it's not written in this one. So this is what it'll go through all of the whys. Some of you may have less. For some things, I've had less, depending on what my decision or what I wanted to do. I had to get clarity on it by, is it a part of my list of the 3? And does it apply to my whys? Can I pull out a why that makes it feel purposeful and intentional? So that's how you do it. So get this book, go through this, and whatever one thing, sometimes we might be thinking about multiple things, whatever one thing, go through them in those 2 steps. Does it fit in those 3 categories that you've written down? And can you pull out a why to the point where it's totally clear to you that, okay, I can do this. I understand my why, and I can use that why in order to continue on, even when I don't see results. Because not everything is expected to get fast results. That's just not realistic, and that's not life. Life is not on the fast lane. It's actually slower than it appears. So, getting clarity, doing these 2 tips. Evaluate. So, should I go it alone? Eventually, I'm going to be talking about the 3 types of personalities in business or in general as far as working, because you got an introvert, you got an extrovert, and then you have an omnivert. And if you don't know, the introvert, inward, likes to stay alone. The extrovert is out there, very charismatic. The omnivert is both. And depending on the omnivert, that person may be more lenient or may lean more to being more not omnivert, but more extrovert than they are introverted. I lean more to introvert, even though I'm really good and skilled. I consider myself to be skilled in being an extrovert because it's things that I've learned, but quite naturally, I am an introvert. So that's why I consider myself omnivert, because I can jump in back and forth into them. So evaluating, should you go it alone, doesn't necessarily mean that there aren't people around you or within your energy, because it doesn't necessarily mean they have to be face to face. Phone calls, people that you talk to from overseas, however that may be, doesn't mean those people are included in the process of you doing what you like to do. So when you decide that you want to go it alone, and I'm going to speak on 2. If you decide that you want to go it alone, you don't feel comfortable working with other people. You may have a particular trust issue with other people based off your upbringing. Those are all understandable things. So you have to work with them instead of working against them. So if you're one of those type of people, use YouTube to help you get through. You may not necessarily know these people that you see on YouTube, but at some point they become your mentors. So using YouTube University, because that's what I call it, it's really just a big school. It's just everybody from all over the globe teaching you their skills, their tricks, stuff that they like to do, and it inspires you, educates you, and empowers you. So that's the whole goal. So use YouTube for that. If you aren't comfortable talking with others and being out and networking, use online to your advantage. Be a part of the groups that you see on YouTube. I mean, really be engrossed in the people that you like to watch and that you feel that are teaching you something that can help you grow. And then use freelance services for those of you who are at a point where you might feel like, okay, don't really like to work with people, but I don't have a choice because there are certain things that I just don't know. And I know I don't know them. And I also know that I don't give a damn about trying to learn how to do it. Those things are okay. You have the right to feel that way. So how do you make that work to your advantage? Use freelance services. I've used Fiverr. I've been on Upworks. I've used Upworks, and I've used Guru. And Guru is very similar to Upworks. Upworks and Guru are more like you would be hiring someone that's more long term as opposed to Fiverr. These are freelancers that are more short term, unless you just keep ordering specifically from that same particular seller or provider on Fiverr. So use freelance services for things that you just don't have an interest in learning. You know you need it in order to get to the point that you're trying to go. You're just going to have to do your research. Now, the reason why I say these three platforms are the best, in my opinion, is because of how the systems works with reviews and things like that. Some things cost a little bit less. That's another thing that I like about Fiverr, Upworks, and Guru, especially Fiverr, because you won't spend as much money for freelance products. You also give people who have been on the platform for a short period of time a chance to kind of grow what they're doing, and they can be of help and of service to you. So that's why I like these three. Upworks, find anybody, you can have them for a long period of time. You guys can negotiate how you guys want to work together, but at least you have someone that you can delegate responsibilities to that you are just not comfortable doing, don't feel like you're educated enough or know enough about it, or don't care. You just want to hand it off to someone, so it gives you time to create what you want to do, focusing on your loves, your desires, and your grateful fors. So I hope that made sense. So when you're evaluating, now the other point is when you do want to work with people, again, because the Soulopreneurs Academy is going to focus a lot about you being a business person within the online, social media sector, so to speak. That's where you'll find most of your great networking events. If I've looked through Facebook, I've seen so many networking events that you can just be involved in, whether they're online or you have to commute to them. But those are great places that you can go to and still have that online feel. The same thing with YouTube, using YouTube University and finding people that you like to talk to or work with or watch, whatever that may be. Get involved in their networking systems, or if they have those type of events, and get involved. The one that I was involved in the most was with FU Money. God, and I'm always, let me see if I can remember his name. Not Robert Saki. Asian, same age. Oh, great. FU, yeah, because you remember you remember FU Money. God, how am I losing his name? But I'm subscribed to him. Oh, that's where I can find him. I'm subscribed to him. Nope, that's not him. That's the other Asian. That's not him. I'll remember soon. But the book on FU Money. Because it's gonna drive me insane trying to remember his name. Dan Locke. There we go. Danlok is his name. So y'all don't think I'm crazy. This is Dan Locke. So 7 Golden Keys to Internet Business. I was a part of his community. I had all his books. I do have all his books, but this one I have in PDF form, and this is a really, really, really good book. But being a part of those type of networks, if you're a person that likes to connect with others, you don't have trust issues, you are charismatic, you are good, and you feel comfortable in social settings like that, that's where you go. So you always want to go where your strengths are. Now, omniverts, it just depends. You're going to have ebbs and flows. I'm speaking from experience. Sometimes I want to be around people, and then other times I don't even want to look at people. So it just depends on what you're doing, and is there a way that you can get into it based off your strongest side. So my strongest side really is an introvert. I have to be honest. But I use my extrovertedness to do this online and still be able to share in a particular way. So let's put this back up here. So after you've evaluated, now you want to unite yourself. So I've kind of spoken on some uniting yourself, because you first have to be very self-aware of you. Um, that's the key to fulfillment, period. I'm I'm just gonna say it. So uniting your mind, body, soul is in this one goal, or whatever this goal is. It's called intentional living. And knowledge of yourself is power, because the truth is the government knows more about you than you know about yourself, because it keeps you from paying attention to certain things that are your birth plan. You already have a plan that's already out. It's already been given to you, but you've been pushed away or told it's demonic, or told that it doesn't make sense. It's out of our realm of reality. You have to understand those are things that help us live and play this game called life. So if you are not aware of your birth plan or your birth chart, if you're not aware of how the universe works as far as the planets, why Monday is called Moon Day, why Wednesday is Mercury because it's communication, why Tuesday is called Mars because it's the masculine. If you don't know these things about the universe you're in, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. And it's when they say knowledge is power, it is, but you have to know how to use that power. So, how do you use that power? Be very self aware of yourself, and then unite your body and your mind to that goal, that soul purpose. You do things in the spirit of love. That's the sole purpose. Not everything is going to look like love, because some things that you may do may actually look like hate or hater, or it might look that way, but that doesn't mean it's not in the spirit of love, because sometimes criticism can come in a way that doesn't feel good. That's a biblical thing, but it yields good knowledge and wisdom. I'll say it that way. So being self-aware, and then aligning your mind and your body to that goal. You know what you're capable of, you know where your weaknesses are and how to transmute those weaknesses to work to your advantage. You have to have mental and physical health in order for you to be able to do two things that this earth requires: love and enjoying life. You're both supposed to enjoy life, meaning the people around you, your community, those that love you, and those that, and you yourself. You are responsible for you. And when you're responsible for you, that creates a better responsibility of you as a friend, or whatever your title is, against those that are in your community. And your community may not necessarily be your family. So having your mental and physical health is necessary so you can enjoy life, but also be of service. And that's why I talk about the intention of doing things in the spirit of love, not with the purpose of greed, or you're trying to one up somebody because you're worried about what others may think. These codependent things that we do that we're totally unaware of. And I'm speaking from experience, I'm speaking from self-awareness. And it's important, as instructor of Soulopreneurs Academy, that I'm teaching people to be accountable, responsible, and very much self-aware, and know how to fix their own fucking problems first before they go looking at other people's stuff and trying to figure and criticize them and not paying attention to themselves. So stop looking outside of yourself for validation and start looking within. So unite those things. Your mind should be thinking about this goal. You should be thinking, how can I get my body in position? How can I get the actions and the words that I say all in alignment, so that this goal that I'm reaching is successful and it's smooth sailing as you get through it. Doesn't mean you're not going to go through some fucked up situations, but it's smooth sailing, because you understand things happen for a reason and they work for your good, not always for your bad, depending on your mindset. So see how you got to align all of those things together. and creating systems that will bring you results. Now, I'm going to be doing quite a few videos on this up until July the 12th, which will be the next live that I'll be doing. And in that live, well, I won't tell you about that. I'll tell you what that live is later. But creating a system that will bring you results. So, from experience, I have learned the difference between simple living versus OCD living. So I was living an OCD life, just obsessively thinking about the future, which is not a bad thing. You just gotta live day by day. That's the simple living. That's also biblical too. Some of the things in the Bible are written in a way that can be kind of confusing, but if you really pay attention, simple living and living day to day is much easier than trying to reach this goal that is almost 3 or 4 or 5 years from your personal perspective away. It already is a defeating way of thinking. So just live day by day. What step can I take today that gets me closer to that goal? Do that step and don't do nothing else until the other day. So I had to learn that. Just live day by day. It's so much easier on your life, it's less stressful. So that's a tip of creating a way of thinking of things as systems, routines, and automations. So your routine and having systematic ways of doing things. So you have systematic ways of doing things. They're called autopilots. And I'm going to talk about automation and autopilot. But you have things that you do on autopilot. Evaluate them, look at them, and recreate them to get to your goal faster. That's how it works. But you do it day by day. If you think that way and you do things that way, you'll notice that things come to you a lot faster. And that's the attraction that I'll be talking more on about that. So live day by day instead of living like whatever the goal is that you have in front of you, you want that goal. You know you're not there. Fake it like you are, and you'll live it day by day. You have no choice but to already have it with you. Now, once you create routines and systems, meaning you have a routine of doing something and it's in a systematic way, you want to automate it. You have to find ways to automate things so that you can make money in your sleep. You don't want, as a solo entrepreneur, you don't, or solo, whatever your job is, you don't want to be overworked by doing all of the things. There are some things, like I say, you can delegate off to freelancers, or you can find platforms that will allow you to automate what it is that you do. And because we have AI now, that makes it a lot easier for you as an individual running whatever business you have online to do all of the things, but you can automate it right through the AI and just move on with your life. But you are going to need to remember routines and systems are a part of creating this result you want. So you'll automate it, but that does not mean leave it and forget it. You need to have a routine and a system so that you can keep that consistency going. So that's what the best way to do it. So automation versus autopilot. You don't want to do everything on autopilot. You want to know what it is that you're doing so that you can make changes that are necessary so you can get to that result a lot faster or that goal a lot faster. They say anytime you do something the same time over and over again, you're not getting the results that you want. That's the definition of insanity. Change it up. Stop being on autopilot. I had a thought here. I think I'm going to go to the next slide and go for it. Yep, that was a thought. So I'm going to, and the next live, this is the next live. So like I said, within the next, till July 12th, I will be putting out some videos. I've already started on photography, planning, systems, routines. I'm going to be putting those out, and they're going to be a lot on wig making 101 because I transitioned this channel to Soulopreneurs Academy from wig making 101. That those platforms are still on TikTok and Instagram. I'm rebuilding them in the social network, and I want to use that to help those that I didn't get a chance to connect with in Wig Making 101, so that they can continue to like market if this is something that they're still interested in doing. So that's how I'm going to be kind of coaching within the Wig Making 101 sector, is through this channel that way. So those videos are going to be more so geared to Wig Making 101, but it will be very helpful for anybody, whatever other whatever your niche is. I'm going to be showing you the system that I use, and I make it a routine that I do once a month. I try not to do it every freaking day. I try not to, but the automation piece is the next piece that I'm going to be showing you. So I'm showing you the system of how I do it all the way up until this is going to be July 12th. It's a Wednesday. I like Wednesdays. This is a communication day. I like 2:00 because it fits with my name. So within that live, I'm going to be discussing the tools that you can use, online tools. These can be applications, these can be websites, and there'll be books, PDFs mostly. I will be sharing with you guys all of those resources that you can use in order to do one of the three categories, because these three categories fit the three styles of people's personalities: introvert, extrovert, ambivert. So I'll be talking about vlogging, which is mostly video style, the system and the routine that I use with that, and what tools you can use to do that. Podcasting is something very new. I listen to a lot of podcasts. And I've learned quite a few different platforms that I tried to use years ago on my own, but I kind of fell off of it because of Wig Making 101. It was the importance for me at that time. So I have developed some more information as far as podcasting. I'm going to be starting my own podcasting channel. So I'm going to be sharing the platforms and things that you can use for that, and we'll be building together. So as a mentor on this platform, I want to do this with you. So I'm rebuilding just as much as anybody else is doing. So, and then the blogging. And blogging is mostly for those of you who like writing. And I'm going to tell you, AI is going to be your lifesaver for blogging. And blogging is anything in writing. That's marketing. However you choose to do it, can be only in photo form, and you're using social media to do that as well. But there are other resources that are very helpful to help you with blogging more consistently. So that's what I'll be talking about in the next live. So with all of that said, these are, let's go back. I'm just going to do a quick recap. This is the 4-step process that I follow. So all the way up until July 12th, you're going to see me show you how I utilize this 4-step process, how I get the clarity on why and what I'm doing something, why I'm doing something. As I get the clarity, I explain to you where my thought pattern is on it. I'll explain to you how I evaluated if it was something I needed to do alone. And since I did decide to do it alone, what other platforms or what other resources did I use to help me fill in the gaps of my knowledge of certain things. So, and then unite. How did I decide to unite my mindset on it? How did I get myself into action? Body, health, those things are important. And then create. Alignment. So motivation out of love. And then the create systems and routines, and how to automate is the next or the last thing that you guys will be seeing. What platforms do I use to automate the information? Because I'll be using all old information. It's not old to me. I mean, it's relevant for today, but it's just a lot of content that I've had. And I'm going to show you guys how I use that with this 4-step process to make money from it. I have anyway, because it's all on Udemy anyway. So, but that's the 4-step process explained. That's how you're going to be seeing me coach throughout this. So just go back through this video. You can watch it. It'll be on YouTube. Again, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video, get it shared out to different people so that they can come in and learn the same thing. And you never know, these people that come in and learn whatever I learn, They can help me grow and make this a lot better. And we might find some people that could do some stuff that we don't want to do, but they enjoy doing it. And then you see how that helps us out. So that's the reason why YouTubers say like, share, and subscribe, because the more people that are helping each other, the merrier. So that's the intention of it all. But if you need my help privately, personally, please check out the website. I do have membership for that. There's two types of memberships. There are those that are just there for the resources and just watch my YouTube videos. But because I'm offering more resources monthly, they may want to be a part of that. And then the other one is the membership where I am coaching you or assisting you or whatever it is in your business. And it's done on a monthly basis to help you get to the goal that you need to. So everybody needs a mentor. I know some people prefer connection with other people, and I'm opening myself up to that. But just know that I'm going to be very picky about what I do, what I work with, but I have no problem sharing with you any resources or information that I might not feel comfortable helping you with, but I may know someone who does. So I will not leave you empty handed ever. So that's it. I hope this was enjoyable. I will see you all in the next live, but you'll see me in the next videos. Stay in the community tab, see all the things that I'm showing you as I'm doing it, and I'll see you then. Bye.